Welcome back, chums. My name is LastKnownMeal, and today we're gonna be talking about Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. There is a lot to talk about because I have missed a lot. I wasn't at home, I was busy, but today I'm back home and we're gonna be covering everything we know so far about Phantom Liberty, because next week is going to be amazing for this expansion. First off, on August 22nd, we're gonna be having the Gamescom opening night live, where CD Projekt Red said that they're gonna be showing a new gameplay trailer for the expansion. So that's gonna be on August 22nd, starting at 8 PM Central European Time. Also, at the same time, on August 24th, we're gonna be getting a new RedStream where CD Projekt Red is gonna be talking about patch 1.7 and most likely a little bit about Phantom Liberty itself, but I do believe that the main focus of the actual RedStream is going to be about specifically patch 1.7. Today is also a special day, and it makes this video special because on August 20th, 2023, in the Cyberpunk 2020 lore, is the time during the Fourth Corporate War when Johnny Silverhand blows up Arasaka Tower, ultimately ending the Fourth Corporate War and starting the time of the Red. It is really cool when these things happen, and honestly, I was just waiting for this day so I can make this video. Now, to go back to the news, so first off, as I said, when it comes to Gamescom, Cyberpunk is gonna be showing a brand new gameplay trailer there. Of course, there has been some speculation what's gonna be shown, besides that, so we do know there are going to be like those demos where people can apply and they can play the game a little bit. I actually wanted to go, but I wasn't able to due to other work, but of course, whenever anyone talks about it and when they say what new things that we have learned from that, I'm gonna be making a video on it. But when it comes to the gameplay trailer specifically, my assumption is that we're gonna be getting probably a new look at some of the weapons, they're probably gonna be showing some of the level design and probably locations throughout Dogtown and out of Dogtown itself, and at the same time I do hope, at least for a second, we're gonna be getting a look at new cyberware our character is gonna be able to get, because I'm pretty sure they have something planned for us when it comes to that. And of course, as I said, the live stream is going to be starting at 8 PM Central European Time, 7 PM BST, 2 PM ET, and 11 AM PT. Of course, I will be going live to stream this, and of course I will be streaming the Red Streams, which are going to be happening on the 24th. Now, when it comes to the Red Streams itself, the official Cyberpunk Twitter account said that they are going to be showing a new Red Stream on August 24th at 4 PM Central European Summer Time. Of course, when it comes to this, it's a little bit early for the American audiences, but I will be going live for this, so if you want to see everything new about patch 1.7, maybe it's gonna be good if you wake up a little bit early. And also, after the Red Stream, they're gonna be hosting the Q&A session, and actually, you can go and ask your questions. I'm going to leave you the links for it down below, but basically, it's the forums of CD Projekt and also their official Discord. So if you have any questions, and maybe your question is gonna be on the Q&A, something which you want to know about the expansion, this is the perfect time to ask. One thing has been confirmed, because usually what was happening before after Red Streams is that they release a patch. Well, in this case, that's not gonna be happening. So after the Red Stream ends, the patch 1.7 is not going to be coming out. The patch 1.7 is actually gonna be coming out soon, but not right after the stream. So if you're looking forward to that, that's not gonna be happening. And look, we're definitely getting closer and closer to the release of the expansion. More stuff is gonna be coming out now. Of course, the marketing is going to increase a lot, but we're already getting some of the snippets from the marketing, but that's gonna be increasing as we get closer to the release date. Now, also when it comes to the expansion, there are some new information because people were actually going and playing it in Warsaw during the event, so you have a lot of people who talked about it and what they've seen and so far. So this is what some of the people were noticing. So one of the big things is that Songbird isn't a new engram. I kind of thought about this already, but people were assuming that she is some sort of a new engram that's going to be inside of our system like Johnny is, but that's not gonna be it, because she's using a special protocol which is kind of a hacking the relic itself in V's head, and she's able to communicate with V in that way. And when you have someone who's able to hack the actual relic, that's going to be big, especially when it comes to the lore itself. And also, if we were to compare Songbird to T-Bug, it seems that T-Bug is basically amateur hour compared to what Songbird can do, so seeing those skills in game and when we finally play it is gonna be interesting. And it does seem from what people have been saying is that Rosalind Myers, the actual president of the United States, is very much not the person that we kinda expected to be. She was even called a fascist in some sense, which is honestly understandable because from the lore perspective, Rosalind Myers does behave in that way. After all, she's a corporate and she is the president of the United States, so she's gonna be putting those interests before anything else. Also, when it comes to AI and how people react to V in general, it does seem that right now, if you stand close to certain NPCs in the game, they are going to notice you because, well, you're standing too close and you're overhearing what they have to say, so they're gonna start cursing at you. I mean, I'm not sure if this is going to be a feature for every single NPC in the game or when they have a certain discussion, but having moments like these where actual AI does react to V is nice. Also, textures do look different, as they said. Johnny has improved appearance and animations are even better than they were. It felt almost like watching a movie when I got to some scripted sequences. And of course, as people were speculating and I said before, this expansion does draw a lot from Escape from New York film, which I do recommend you watch because it's kinda awesome and it's very cool. And especially when you have this expansion draw a lot from it, and when you have this corporate espionage. It's honestly a very nice premise, especially for V and how V in general can expand, because you know, so far you start from the bottom, you do some street deals, and at the end of the day, when you become the top merc, you're gonna be working well with the new United States government, with the president, or maybe even against them. And of course, some of the stuff I talked about before, like for example HUD, this has been changed a lot, so now phone interface is going to be looking differently, so the names of people in your phone, they're going to be sorted alphabetically, and the overall visibility is going to be a lot better, which is very nice. And we've seen some of those UI changes when they showed the actual new skill tree, so with that change, of course, I do expect everything else to change as well. And of course, there has been some reports. Of course, this wasn't confirmed fully and we have to wait for the expansion to come out so I can properly test it. It does seem that net running was nerfed a little bit. Now, how nerfed, we shall see, but honestly, like, when you go into a net running build in the game, after a while, when you acquire better daemons, you're kinda unstoppable, so I'm just waiting to see how CDPR is going to handle that, because if you have someone being able to, let's say, disconnect you or maybe cancel out what the daemon that you uploaded in them to either explode or do something, that would most likely like put more depth into net running in general, because you would have to think twice if you're gonna be using that or not. And of course, there is going to be new clothing and weapons which are going to be Phantom Liberty exclusive and Phantom Liberty specific, so when it comes to Barghest at least and their outfits that we've seen in the trailers themselves, we're gonna be able to wear that, so nice. And also one more thing that people were talking about a lot, and they always ask in my videos, what about New Game Plus? New Game Plus was not mentioned, and as far as I know, and was talked about many times in the past, it does seem, and probably is going to be the case in the end, that we are not gonna be getting the New Game Plus for Cyberpunk 2077. And for the end, we do have a new lore segment which I want to talk about, so Paradise Lost. Folks call it Dogtown these days, but once upon a time it was slated to be a high-rolling resort, brimming with luxury spas, ritzy casinos and grand hotels. Then along came United States Unification War. Wrapped hard on Night City's doorstep, spooked the big money boys, they all pulled their eddies, ran for the hills, led the dream, gathering dust. So this is what we've seen from the concept art in general, and that was kind of a premise of Combat Zone and Pacifica in general, especially you have a lot of infrastructure which they started rebuilding and all of that, but of course once the money runs out, once you have problems like, let's say, Unification War, these things tend to cause problems and people don't want to work in an environment where there are wars and they're not gonna be building anything. So that's why in Pacifica in general you have a lot of buildings which seem like they were going to be built but they were just left unfinished. And I'm going to be honest, this is just a tip of the iceberg. There is so much that we're gonna be talking about next week. I will be going live to cover this all, and of course, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this, and also don't forget to check us out on Twitter and Discord. Huge thanks to Cyber for actually going through the info, because she was able to play the demo in Warsaw, so huge thanks for that. We have learned a lot from it, and I'm honestly just looking forward to playing the expansion finally. Of course, tell me down below in the comments what do you think about all of this, and what are the things you're mostly looking forward to when it comes to the expansion itself. So this is everything I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to, as I said, check out our social and subscribe for more, and huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters. This is LKM signing out. Stay classy everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.